Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church in Columbia, South Carolina, where we're part of the ELCA. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. Our final story for this week about how my dogs have preached to me about my relationship with God involves a new dog. It took a while, but I think Chance has finally settled in as part of our family. In case you don't remember, for quite a while we have had two dogs, typically black labs, and this past January one of our dogs, Boo, died. That left our other dog, Angel, alone, and Nan felt strongly that we should get another one to help keep her company. After a brief search, we ended up getting another black lab from the Humane Society. He was a rescue dog. They had picked him up as a stray. And because he'd been there for a while, if we hadn't chosen him, he was not far from being put down. We decided to call him Chance because we had given him a second chance. Well, we may have adopted Chance, but he didn't adopt us right away. Oh, he and Angel got along fine, but I think his time on the streets had become pretty ingrained in him. He seemed to have a pretty solitary demeanor. Sure, he liked attention, but somehow at the same time, while we were petting him, he let us know he didn't need us. There were other things, too. Even to this day, if Chance is sitting on our deck, he will sit with his back to the wall, or if he's in the yard, he will have his back to a tree. We figure that's his way of keeping safe from attack on his blind side. But things have changed over the past couple of months, and especially lately. There's no question that Chance is our dog now. He bounds to us when we go to see him, and is excited to be part of our pack. After a while, Angel might wander off to find a bone, but Chance stays with us. When we go to pet him, he'll roll over so we can rub his belly. He tries to crawl in our laps and be as close to us as he can. Sometimes he doesn't need petting and is content to sit near us, just being with us. We adopted him in January, but now he has adopted us. We're family. I was thinking about all this last night when I was out on the deck with him. And I guess it all started with thoughts about baptism. You see, it really all starts with baptism. In baptism, God adopts us and makes us God's own. In our baptisms, God makes us part of God's family. We've got our own second chance. God has spoken, and we belong. But sometimes being part of God's family doesn't come so easily to us. Sometimes the clothes of being God's child are uncomfortable for us and ill-fitting. We may want God to claim us, but we're not always so ready to claim God. Far too often we want things our way rather than God's way. We live in an easy morality that doesn't demand much of us. We tend to see things from our perspective and ignore God's perspective. Or what's worse, we presume that our comfortable perspective on something is God's perspective. We disagree and squabble with each other about what's right and wrong and who is right and wrong too. We want a comfortable God we can call on, but who doesn't make much call on us. We'll sit with our backs to the wall, thank you very much. But God has spoken, and we belong. And little by little, day by day, we become more and more a part of the family until one day the joy of belonging consumes us. We know the reality and depth of God's overwhelming love. We exult in simply being with God, spending time with God. We love being part of God's family, sharing life together, feeling the love and support and care of others in tough times, and the deep happiness in being together when things are good. There's even some joy when we might squabble over a bone, because it means we are part of the family. We belong. I have lots of Bible passages I like, but my favorite of them all is Isaiah 43 verse 1, where God says, I have called you by name. You are mine. Chance was ours, and now we are his. May our lives find delight in belonging to God. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.